lie there in that old curiosity
Well, hello, good folks. I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop, and welcome back to another kitchen counter thrift haul. Now, today we're stuck in the 1890s. Wait a minute, that's not right. Obviously, we're somewhere stuck between the late 50s and the early 60s. Yes, it's another theme show, and so for all of you who have had enough of my depression glass, let's go back to the days when No Salt on Her Tail was in the top something or other, one of my favorites from the Mamas and the Papas, 1960s, wasn't it? Alright, before we begin, I must tell you that today's cup of coffee is brought to you by...
A cup of coffee, a sandwich, and you, a cozy corner, a table for two.
Well, it's brought to you by Hazel Atlas again, and this is a 1960s pattern. It is amethyst glass. You might not be able to tell with my Lipton hot tea in there, but it's the Moroccan amethyst pattern from the 1960s. And my heart was warmed. Tarnished Treasures remembered that I often stir my coffee with my baby spoon, and that's it, with the Gerber baby right on there. I don't know how my mother got it, but she did in 1967, and my mouth has gotten a little bigger since then. But I want to thank Tarnished Treasures for remembering. She did a wonderful show on antique baby items. And if you don't know her channel, you better go and find it, because I think you'll really enjoy it. And I don't think she lives but maybe a couple hours away from me. We should do lunch sometime. All right, let's get into it. Oh, wait a minute. Do I see an imposter? What are you doing in there?
Oh dear.
What are you doing in there, you rogue piece of depression glass? Sorry. You're going back where you live. Oh yes, I'm teasing you now. We'll get into that some other time. But let's see what we have from the mid-century era. Oh, and I always forget, I love playing that music at the beginning, and every time I do, people beg to know what it is. Well, it's Sammy Kaye and his orchestra. Our grandparents listened to them, Swing and Sway with Sammy Kaye, and he was on the radio in the 1940s, but he continued making music into the early 60s, well, even later than that. That's Maria Elena, and that's a nice 60s version by Sammy Kaye and his orchestra. All right, made by Cronin, and I have to thank a subscriber who reminded me of that, because I couldn't remember who made these little casseroles. You remember when I thrifted them, I had 3. Where's the third one? Well, there was a massive, horrible crack in the handle, which I didn't see when I bought it. And when I took the tape off, the handle came off with it. So you're going to get 2 casseroles and a spare lid to put away in case Uncle Henry breaks it. Now these wonderful pink and black things are going to date to that era when this was popular. We think of the late 50s into the 60s. And they're little individual, most people refer to these as French casseroles for French onion soup or beans or what have you. Now, I don't know if this is Culver glass or not. Reminds me of Culver. Could be. 6 of them. The color is good. I know almost nothing about the names of alcoholic drinks, so whether these are low balls, on the rocks, shots, Jack Collins, Tom Collins, Phil Collins, they're just little barware glasses, but I like them. Look at this cream and sugar set. I love it. They have hammered copper pieces to go with them. Here's a lid. It's in excellent condition. There's the sugar bowl. There's the creamer. The lines are very, almost deco on these. But look at what good quality glass this is. Now, it's not crystal, but boy, does it shimmer. And it's heavy glass. I don't know who made this set, but it's a really quality set. Here's the little tray. I don't think it was ever used. I think it was a wedding gift and was put away in the attic. My mother was famous for doing that. But very, very 50s looking. Yeah, cream and sugar. A lot of people were interested in this moon Stairway to the Stars, and I have to say, don't get mad at me. I did get about 5 emails from folks asking me if they could buy it, and you know, so it's up for auction right now. And it's not that I didn't want to, you know, that I don't want everybody to have it, but I don't really know any other fair way to do it. So it's, I know a lot of people were interested in it, and I did go ahead and list it today. Because so, you know, so many folks are interested in it. I didn't even clean the dust off of it. Now there's a little nip out of the end right there. Let's try to, I think this, come on. All right, fine. Pardon me, let me do it this way. I think I have to, okay, do you see that right out of the tip of it there? It's a little bit better. On the end of the moon, and I think the other end as well. So, just made out of plywood, probably in the 50s. You can put all your little trinkets on there, your little knickknacks, and then don't dust them for the next 30 years, right? Isn't that what these things are for? To collect dust. That looks like one of those flamingo ponds. Now, I don't know if it's California pottery or not, because I can't read it. I do see USA, and there's something else under the glaze. You see the USA? What is that above the glaze? I can't read it. But this is heavy. Could be California pottery. If you want to see better pictures, you're welcome to take a look at the auction site, the old curiosity shop, and the link to the eBay store is in the description box below. It's really bugging me because I feel like I've seen this shape, the glaze, the colors. This is just reminding me of something, and it's bugging me because I just can't put my finger on it. But it's a nice, good, heavy piece, and you could put those flamingos in there if you wanted to. Now this ashtray over here, oh my goodness. Now you'll notice I'm often saying, well, I'm not sure if it's Carver, I'm not sure if it's California pottery, I'm not sure if it's Viking, because when we get into the 50s and 60s, I drop off, folks. You know, I love the 20s and 30s and 40s, but I struggle sometimes into the 50s and 60s because I don't have that level of interest. I do want to learn, so I guess I need to get some mid-century books and expand my knowledge. So pardon me if I'm not exactly certain who made all of these items. Okay, now that's when you had 6 friends over, all smoking at the same time. This thing weighs, that must be 10 pounds. Now, I'm not obsessed with the way in which folks were murdered in Miss Marple novels, but I'm telling you what. Captain Peacock, and I know he's from Are You Being Served, he could slip into the library and smash this over the head of Lady Mabel Abel Smith, murdered by a mid-century Viking ashtray. This thing weighs 10 pounds. Now there's a little chip in it right below my thumb. I know you can't see it. That's more of a flea bite, but I don't know. People do things with ashtrays who are non-smokers, and even if it's just an accent piece on your mid-century coffee table, really neat. Now Blendo, of course I know Blendo. There's the pitcher and the 5 little glasses. There were probably 6. One is broken. You could replace it. These are 3 inches. That's 9 inches. And you can serve whatever you like in that. And a lot of times, in my experience, the paint on these can be scuffed up, it can be discolored, it can be scratched. Again, this one is really in good condition, and I think this might have been put away in somebody's attic and not used very much either, because all of the gold on there is in good condition. The pink is really good as well. Now this is California pottery because it says so. Wow, look at that. A big console bowl, very organic, and 2 candlesticks. Now I don't know what you want to call this. You know, I have learned that we all have our cell phones and our televisions set at different color levels. So what looks turquoise to one looks chartreuse to another. So I'm not going to say what color this is. You guys decide. But it's kind of a sea green, minty green, aqua, depending on the color settings on your television set. But very mid-century. And there it says USA, and I don't know, but you can see California Original right underneath. California Original. This is huge. Now, you know, when it comes to shipping, once you get over a 12-inch cube, once you get over 12 by 12 by 12, prices really go up. Can't do anything about it. That's way longer than a 12-inch bowl right there. So we're talking about a large box. This is going to be a 20-inch box to ship this, and it's not lightweight. So please beware for the sticker shock on the shipping, but it is what it is. Yeah, I know. Listen, I buy stuff off of eBay too, and I go, I can't believe the shipping. But if I really want it, you know, I'm willing to pay the shipping. To Pyrex, we all recognize the 473 on the bottom and the 472 on the top. I think we do have a lid on the bottom. There's no lid on the top. Amazing the difference in what folks are paying for these on auctions. Let me fix the light. The one on the bottom is going to sell for about $150. The one on the top will sell for about $30. It's a big difference. And that's not because it's missing the lid. Either the pink ones are more desirable or harder to get, but the pink really sells. That pink might even go for $180. It's in absolutely beautiful condition. And the blue butter print is as well. Keep your eyes out for those, for the pink butter print. They do really, really well. I couldn't believe it when I found it that day in the thrift shop. Well, I'll back up. I guess I went fast enough. Can I talk about everything? I think so. It's mid-century and it's all listed. It's cool stuff. And I thank you for watching. I hope everyone has a wonderful... What's today? Today is President's Day, so no post office today, but we'll get to the post office tomorrow. And check on some items that are still being held up in shipping. It's been tough on the old post office. And even though Christmas is over, remember, the post office is still struggling. Everybody is buying stuff through the mail, and a lot of it is not being shipped through Amazon and whatnot. A lot of it's coming through the good old-fashioned post office, and they really are working hard. So please have some understanding and be patient if your packages haven't arrived yet. They'll get there. Keep your eye on your tracking numbers. I know it's frustrating, but hey, we're getting there, folks. Easter is coming, spring is coming, and I'm going to be vaccinated hopefully by the 4th of July. Who knows? But anyway, have yourselves a wonderful day. I hope you guys try that pork chop sauce. I'm having leftovers tonight. I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop saying thanks for watching, and so long for now.